Well, winter steelhead season is already over for me. Now, I know there's still some rivers open and the fish are still trickling in, but I've had a lot to do here in April. We've already been camping. In fact, if you watched last week's video, you know we went surf perch fishing at the beginning of the month. We've got some stuff going on with the property. This week I'm doing a largemouth trip. Next week I'm going to do some Chinook fishing, so look for those videos, but I've officially hung it up for winter steelhead. Now, the season was pretty crazy. It started out with really high water. I wasn't able to get out until New Year's Day just because all of December I was really busy editing the Steelhead December series. Now, towards the end of January, however, the rain stopped and the rivers all went down and we had about a 5-week drought. I've never seen anything like it since I've been taking winter steelhead fishing seriously. But regardless, it was kind of a tough time. I was fishing lower in the system than I'm used to just because there's a little bit more water and the fish were staged down there. But it was just really tough conditions. David and I finally did the Steelhead road trip, but initially we had scheduled that for mid-February. We pushed it out another week just because we had seen some rain in the forecast. We thought, you know what? Let's push it out a week. We canceled hotel reservations, changed from going to the South Coast to just playing it by ear because, you know, only the real major river systems had good water in it. And it still turned out pretty good. We found some fish. And if you haven't watched that, I would highly recommend you go back and watch the 4-part series. We basically covered 5 rivers in 4 different days. What I'll do is I'll do a playlist with all 4 of those videos. But let's go ahead and watch a few clips from that video series.
Fish. Ooh, it's a big one. It's coming your way. Fish on! Oh my God! Woo! Oh! Wow! Come on, baby. Come on. Get it, get it, get it! Oh my gosh! What the heck? Dude, how big is that thing?
I don't even know.
I think that's my second biggest steelhead ever. Oh my gosh. There he goes. Okay. Oh my gosh! Woo! Oh! Okay, here we go. Oh!
He just hooked another one.
Right.
Got it. No, it's not.
Now, I've known David for a long time. He's been my best friend for years. I've known him since the 5th grade, and I don't think I've ever seen him that excited to catch a fish. It's the biggest steelhead I've ever seen landed, but it was truly an awesome experience. The video kind of does it justice, and we don't really know how much that fish weighed. I had a tape in my chest pack, but I didn't even bother to. We just wanted to get it released. But David was thinking it was pushing 20, but regardless, it was 15 to 20 pounds. I'm guessing it was around 40 inches. Regardless, awesome fish, awesome fight. David did an excellent job of landing it. Now, there was a couple lessons to be learned from this Steelhead road trip. If you watch the videos, you know that I got a hole in my waders. Now, it wasn't just like I got a little pinhole. We're talking, I took a pretty good fall on a big, rugged boulder. My rods went in the riverbank, yard sailed all over the place, and I took a pretty good hit. In fact, I laid there for a minute just hoping that my knee wasn't busted or something like that. David said he hasn't seen somebody take a hit to the knee like that since Nancy Kerrigan. So some of you younger viewers will have to look that joke up. But regardless, the lesson to be learned is carry a second pair of waders. I actually had some guide pants or wader, like waist-high waders with us, but for my type of fishing, I want chest highs because sometimes you'll slip and just kind of sit down, and when you have waist highs on, you're gonna fill up with water. The other thing that I learned is I'm pushing 50 years old. I need to quit running around the riverbanks like I'm 20 years old. Towards the end of steelhead season, you'll see that I was using my full staff a little bit when I was wading. Anytime you're in current like that, it just makes sense to get out your wading staff if you have one to get to the locations, then you can put it up. The one that I use is a full staff. It's 50 inches, I believe. It's heavy duty. You pull it out, it springs into place, and it just gives you that third point of contact so you can get out to your spot without taking a dip like I did. Twice, I should say.
No, I've officially fallen down twice.
So all of the footage in March is being held for this December because I'm going to do another Steelhead December series. It was a huge success last year, and by the time I was done editing Steelhead Road Trip, it was already into April. What I've noticed is if I start releasing Steelhead footage or Steelhead videos into April, viewership just really falls off. And I kind of use this example. It's like I'm a fan of Elk 101 with Corey Jacobson, and what they'll do is they'll videotape elk season and then they'll release the videos like mid-year when I'm not interested. So I just wait to watch those until right before elk season. Well, I don't want to put videos out that people aren't interested in watching, let alone it takes a lot of time to edit these videos. So I'm just holding all of that footage until December so we can do another Steelhead December. So I'll release new videos every Friday in December that are actually Steelhead videos, and I have a bunch of tip and gear videos already planned for that series as well. I have 3 trips that I did in March I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. The first was in like mid-March. I did a trip with a friend, Jacob. We got into some fish on a really cool river system. My dad, I got him out in late March, and then even my daughter Haley got into steelhead on the very last day that I was able to get out. So those are all coming out in December, so look forward to that. So in closing, let's go over some of the videos that I have in the hopper. I'm still working on a Filming Fishing 2 series. I did a Filming Fishing video a couple years ago. It's a great video. I've got a bunch of views on it, but I've added so much camera equipment, I just want to do an updated video. In fact, it's gotten so convoluted for me, I'm going to do it in a 3-part series. The first one I'm going to cover the cameras I use, the settings I use. The second one I'm going to go over the different attachments I use for my GoPros. And the third one I'm going to go over some strategy stuff on how I film, how I set up tripods, and some editing stuff. So that's still coming. So later this week I've got a bass fishing trip planned with Richard T. That'll be pretty cool. It's the first time I'll actually meet Richard T, but he's really helped me out with some things for the channel. He lives a little bit further north than I do, so we're going to meet in the middle and do a little bit of bass pond fishing. Next week, Daryl is going to bust out his North River. Johnny Risco and I are going to meet up with him and do some springer fishing. It's pretty new to me. Daryl has already been getting it figured out, so hopefully we catch some fish so we can bring you a cool video for some springer fishing. Not to mention, if we get some decent numbers over Willamette Falls, I'll hopefully get to do some back bouncing for springers as well. I want to thank everybody for following along. I just wanted to do this update to kind of let everybody know where the channel is at. I looked earlier today, I'm at 1,431 subscribers, so I've gone up 900 subscribers in the last year. So I just want to say thank you. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the thumbs up. All that means a whole lot to me, to Janina, to David, Daryl, all the people that have been involved in helping me make these videos. So thanks again, and I will see you on the next one.